get started, as an excuse to get to warmer weather in the winter has spawned decades of competition and tradition, and today, once again, these two will square off to find out who will take home the coveted jeweled shillelagh. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Fighting Irish, South Bend, Indiana, beneath the Golden Dome and Notre Dame Stadium. As we'll see, the number 15 team in the country, the USC Trojans, taking on the runner-up from last year's national championship, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. And the Trojans will kick it away to start us off. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. From the gun, the ground game. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. When you reach this point in the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah, and really show what you're going to be the rest of the season. How are you going to finish strong throughout the season? You're the first part of the season, now getting to the middle of the season, Palmer. Getting a chance to show what you're about so you can finish strong.
It's a resume builder, no doubt about it. Really, there's been so much anticipation building up to this top 25 matchup. So which team can control their emotions, I think, goes a long way in who wins this one.
Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down.
Well, they try to throw for it there on third down on the opening drive of the game. They don't get it, but let's punt the ball away. Let's trust our defense. And, guys, let's also trust this home field advantage and the crowd to get loud and make it real difficult on our opponent.
The Irish send out the punt unit. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. Fields the punt. Wants to make a play. Makes a move. Touchdown, Trojans! Special teams coming through, the third aspect of the game, delivering big time. The whole thought process is just get the ball back, and what will we do on offense? And the special teams takes care of that.
What a great job by the special teams unit, making a big-time play. Listen, the offense was going to get the ball reached. Yeah, I get you, but they got this taken care of. Take the punt return, make a few guys miss, take it all the way to the house. Really good execution in that punt return.
Cross-country rivalry between these old foes. It started because Newt Rockney's wife wanted to go to California late in the season, and the next chapter unfolds today.
That sounds perfect. If my wife wanted to do the same thing I would do. Happy wife, happy life. It's always interesting to hear how these rivalry trophies come about, but I know one thing. USC, Notre Dame, every year, Palmer, is appointment television.
It is. My brother, Billy, played for Notre Dame, and I'll be honest, I used to get jealous watching him play against the Trojans, whether it was at Coliseum or whether it was at Notre Dame. This is one of the best rivalries in all of college football, and one that I wish I could have been a part of.
The Irish come to the line facing second and short. On the ground, it's up. And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a first down.
You got to have short area quickness. That running back there doing what it takes to make sure he got that first down.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Got it behind the line. It's Fields. Called down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise,
intercepted. Big play stops the drive. He stopped, not much on the return, but a whole lot in getting the football. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The run from the shotgun. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive. Stick your foot in the ground. Pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
To the air. It's Mayava. Fires to the tight end. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain. This rivalry nearly 100 years old now, guys, dating back to when Newt Rockne had made the Irish a power and Howard Jones had done the same for the Trojans.
So many names, and then if you go recent, I mean, everybody remembers the Bush push and just so many great games in this matchup. Every year it seems like the game means a lot, and obviously, Palmer, you add a trophy, it just gets way better.
It's like the greatest players to ever do it. I mean, Joe Montana for Notre Dame, Marcus Allen, his Heisman Trophy with the Trojans, and you're right. We could go on and on and on, and it always seems like those guys play their best games in this rivalry class.
You want to talk about shaking down thunder from the sky. That's what they're doing here on 3rd down. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down.
That's a nice play by the defense. You're trailing early in the game. They've got the ball on your side of the field, so you force the incompletion on 3rd down.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. The Trojans will send out the punt unit. He ought to be able to use his first punt to pin him deep. First one of the day is on its way, and he's been sort of scarce around here, only called on one time in that loss last week. Stuck deep in their own territory and trying to get out, opening the drive from their own 3. They go to the ground, fighting to get it out of the end zone, and I don't think he made it. He did not. It's a safety. And they'll set up for the free kick from their own 20. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. Here's another opportunity, Jesse, to stretch out this lead after punting last time.
I think it goes back to your playmakers, Reese. I think it's finding the guys that have been working for you earlier on in the...
It's picked off, and that's number 10. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
Tell you what, defensive players don't always see where the ball is. They see the receiver and they get to chase him. A really good job seeing where the receiver is, going and making an interception, making a big play, getting the ball back to your offense.
And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Quick completion to the right. Each brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this first down, so you find the tight end, see if he can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done there.
He wants to change this route. Back to throw, it's Carr. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48.
How nice is it as a defense when you can drop 7 guys into coverage, only rush 4, and still get home? That makes you feel good if you're the D coordinator.
Notre Dame lining up to punt it away. He might just try to kick it away from the return man because he housed the first one. Just needs a crack to get a return. He's able to pick his way for just a bit, but he'll be stopped at the 18. Good job by the punt team. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Here's the pressure. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
They'll throw again after the incompletion. The short hands, it's Lemon. He's brought down at the 29 after a 10-yard gain.
Really nice pass there. You know the expectations at USC every year are sky high. Not just to win the conference, but to be in the national championship discussion. But to do that, they need this guy right here to play at a high level week in and week out because this guy has the skills and the tools to take them.
They've swapped into the field, and we're ready to go in the second. First play of the period, first down here. Dropping back, it's Mayava. Trying to get behind the defense. And that'll be incomplete. They tried to hit him with a big one on first down.
Well, we know this offense hasn't been able to get it going on the ground so far in this game. Now they're trying through the air, but give this defense credit. They've got a really good game plan. They've got all 11 guys on that side of the ball executing perfectly. Fantastic job in the back end that time.
There he goes. He's at the 20. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, USC. They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Hey, fellas, here's a quick update on a top 5 clash today. Miami is in the unusual position of having to come from behind right now. But those fans that were there when the U was the U, they know this game is not over. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to Georgia. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this top 5 matchup you should know about.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Here come the Irish back on offense. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball.
Yeah, just not able to connect that time with his target on the in-breaking route. Got to have a little bit better rhythm. You know these windows are going to be small over the middle of the field, and that's why you try to put some extra mustard on it, but I think that time that's what forced the incomplete.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Forced out of the pocket. Complete to the right. Across the 40 out of bounds at the 41, and a big pickup has this offense on the move. The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. The inside handoff. Pass to Sticks still on his feet. It's a seam wide open. Touchdown, Irish. Once he got a step, it was all over right to the house.
Huge play. It's so nice to have guys that can create these explosive plays like this. You hand it to him, he can do the rest. Look at the speed. Look at the elusiveness. Get into the end zone. Nice run.
Now the 2-point conversion attempt is coming. Back to throw, it's Carr. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. He throws back across his body, and it's picked off. Returns it down to the 35-yard line as they cash in on the opportunity to force a turnover. They're set to kick it off, and you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And he's not going to take the touchback. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. They cashed in on a short field last time they had it, and now they'll go to work from their own end. Pocket breaking down. The quarterback's a little more on target there. Maybe they hook up, but it's an incompletion.
And that's where quarterbacks, they got to be very assertive. They got to believe what they see and really pull the trigger. The longer they wait and they get off rhythm or off timing, a lot of times it ends up in incomplete passes.
And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
That play had zero shot. They got to do a better job up front, creating some running lanes. The running back, before he could go anywhere, getting tackled, nowhere to go.
Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. Oh, they're after him. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down. And the Trojans will line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. This feels like a pivotal moment. Get the ball back on the punt. You need to put points on the board on this drive.
Yeah, it's a sense of urgency right now has got to be high for this offense. Trailing the way they are here, David, they've got to be able to put something together, score some points, and build confidence.
Yeah, it's not panic time, but you do want to build that confidence and find something that you can do well to start to build on. I think this offense is starting to figure themselves out a little bit.
And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
And after the incompletion on first down, this offense looking at second down. Dropping back, it's Carr. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
This defense has a lot of speed, especially in the secondary, and you saw that speed. That defender got to that receiver so quick, and because of the hit, incomplete pass.
Notre Dame comes to the line needing a chunk play on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. For the third straight play, the pass falls incomplete.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable third and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
The Irish send out the punt unit. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Was looking for more running room but found nothing but more tacklers. He's down at the 24. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. He's going to let it go. Makes a catch on the left. He's loose. 10. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Trojans.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. And the offense takes over to dip into its bag of ball plays. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
Get him on the ground after a 4-yard run out to the 31.
And, you know, when we talk about great third down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on first and second down. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up third and long, so that's a missed opportunity on that second down by this defense.
To the air, it's Carr. Throwing right. It's complete. He'll have enough for the first down, and they stop him at the 45.
Man, these tight ends are such matchup nightmares. They can run so many different routes. And how about you throw in the corner route where you can throw it up to the big fella, where you've worked on your timing, you've moved him all over the field and had success. Great throw, great catch.
With the catch, it's Pauling. Good pick up a little bit short of the sticks. Notre Dame lines up quickly. Second down, they'll go to the air. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch. From the 30-yard line on first down. He picked up a big chunk of yardage there, and there will be Irish jigs going in the stands.
And a lot of excitement. If they can find these down-the-field explosive plays and find a wide receiver out there they can depend on, this offense can really explode and take off to a new level.
They've hit him with back-to-back chunk plays. Now it's first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. See if they can get it done on second and goal. Back to pass. Fires to the end zone. Touchdown, Notre Dame! Quick strike through the air for the score.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing in because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game.
Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. They'll get this drive going from the 17. Looking downfield, it's Mayava. Going over the top. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
Things aren't going to get better for this offense, guys, until their quarterback becomes more accurate. Obviously, that was the problem the last game out. Completed less than 50% of his passes there. And he's doing it again here. You just can't score points if you're not completing throws.
Got room to work. Got the first down and still on his feet. He'll be stopped at the 27, but picks up 10 on that one.
And a great job by the offensive line. You're going to run the ball right up the middle. You better control the line of scrimmage. You can see the center, the guard, the tackles doing a good job getting on their guys just enough where this running back can get into space and make the big gain.
Looking to throw on first down. Now improvising. Fires to the right. Finds a man by himself. And there was lots of space as he gets it to the 39-yard line. The Trojans have it with a first and 10. Wants to throw on first down. Throws to the tight end. Complete to the left. And he'll have to check his fillings after that lick, but he did get the first down. From the red zone, looking for a space. He's got it and still on his feet. Out of bounds after a big pickup on the play. Just a couple couple yards short of the goal line. And after that pitch and catch, he's already over 200 yards. And we're in the first half, Jesse.
Man, Reese, he's dialed in right now. He's really doing a nice job seeing the field, reading coverages, and finding his open guy.
They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? To throw, it's Mayava. Unleashes to the end zone. Into the hallelujah land. Touchdown, Southern Cal. On to attempt the try. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. So a scoring drive there of 83 yards, and the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. From inside the 15, chance for a good return. Needed just a little more help to turn that into a big return. They'll mark him down at the 29. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Connection to the right. Knocked down at the 44, but he got 15 on that one. Notre Dame right back to the line. Looking to throw on 1st down. It's caught. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. Now it's a 1st down from the 43-yard line. Looking downfield on 1st down. And a sweet catch and a nice gain gets it down to the 30-yard line. Looking to push the pace with the no-huddle. Off the play fake on 1st down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
A good job by this defense. Great job in the secondary. Eyes on the quarterback. They took away the first option, made him go to option 2, made him go through his progression, and then they got time to get home and get a hit on the quarterback.
With the catch, it's Pauly. He gets just inside the red zone and goes out of bounds at the 19.
Real smart play. Great job. Get the positive yards and then get your booty out of bounds.
They'll throw it from the red zone. Shoots it to the left. Snags it. And he will score. Touchdown, Fighting Irish.
And that touchdown is so big for this offense, right? Because here at the end of the half, we're just trying to find positives you can build upon in the second half. And right when it was looking like this game was starting to get away from them, they're able to execute, score, and that's going to help their confidence.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He's out of bounds at the 23-yard line, and that's where this offense will go to work. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Looking for a man. It's Mayava. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. Got his man downfield. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. The officials throw the flag, but the offense won't need it. They'll decline that and keep the big play. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Sends it downfield. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. And he's dragged down after the interception, and that's how we'll close out the first half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. They're lined up and ready to kick off this second half. He'll bring it out. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. They have the lead to start the third quarter, but I'd imagine ball security was a topic at halftime.
Yeah, and I think you take the lead and you try to stay optimistic with your team, but you also say, guys, if we had taken care of the football, this lead would be even bigger. We might have already knocked them out already, Palmer.
It's just about eliminating the mistakes at this point. You're right. This thing would be over if they hadn't shot themselves in the foot. So ball security, that is at a premium as this game goes on.
To the air on second down. Under fire. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
Yeah, and this defense hadn't had a lot of success. This offense has been doing what it wants at will. Finally getting to the QB, finally getting some pressure, finally getting a big hit on him. That'll pay some dividends down the road.
They've got them penned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. Looking to throw, it's Mayava. Here's a heat. Almost intercepted, and what a momentum swing that could have been, but they still force a fourth down. And the Trojans will try to pin them back with the punt.
Something to rally around. You're down. You needed to spark. You needed to make a big play. And the punt returner says, I got this. Great job following his blocks, making the big play, turning this crowd upside down.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Dynamite matchup this week in the ACC, fellas. Florida is just boat racing them right now, thanks to an offense that's putting up video game numbers. They're up 14 over Texas Tech. We'll circle back if anything changes in this big-time ACC matchup. Guys?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. He'll start this drive firing. Throws to the wideout. Catch in the middle. It's Lemon. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. Best uniforms in the sport, and a play is made befitting of those threads.
Well, this is not the format to have a debate back and forth. Not the best uniform in sports, but definitely always a lot of flash and sizzle with USC offenses.
Makes the grab.
And I tell you what, when you drop back and you know you got that slot work in the middle of the field and you know how fast he is, you just wait for him to come open, throw that strike, and you know he'll take care of the rest. Nice throw, nice catch.
Looking to pass. It's Mayava. Unloads to the right. Makes the grab. It's Lemon. He got loose. Almost housed it. Finally dragged down at the 32.
Yeah, and he's been throwing it all over the yard, and he's now over 300 yards on the day, so been a successful day. Now, 300 yards, I don't know, Palmer, 300 nowadays, that's like what back in the day for you?
That would have been 500. I would have won the Heisman, maybe. It's a big deal today in college football, no doubt. Listen, he's in a rhythm right now. He's in a groove. We've seen good decision-making. He's been playing on time, and he's been deadly accurate throwing it. And guess what? This game is far from over.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. We've seen a ton of this tonight. They just keep giving him the ball, and he keeps running into brick walls. Not much running room again. In the gun, looking to throw on 3rd down. Finds space on the right. so close to that end zone. He can almost taste it, but it'll be first and goal for this offense.
Well, this guy's having a day. It doesn't matter where he's lined up or what routes he's running. He just seems to always be getting open, and his quarterback is taking notice. He's looking his way. Nice job there, throwing in time, getting it to him in space and allowing him to go to work. This is turning into a very nice...
Scores on the sneak.
And that's what makes this quarterback so dangerous, fellas. He can hurt you throwing the ball, but man, is he ever dangerous and explosive with his feet. You have got to be able to get this guy on the ground. If you don't, he has got way too much wiggle and speed. You saw it right there.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here come the Irish back on offense. They are trailing by 10 here, Jesse, but this is the type of team that seems comfortable in an offensive shootout.
You got to hold serve at this point, right? You got to drive the field, put some more points up on the board. Yeah, they just scored. You can answer that now and keep this thing close, David.
And I think you're used to that as offense. Like, football is so fast-paced now, and you score so quickly. It's not that big of a deal to get down 10. You keep doing you, keep being aggressive.
And he's brought down after a nice game. Here come the Irish again, this time doing it through the air.
And getting a little balance, right? We talked about how they like to be physical and they like to run the football. And when you get that balance going, man, it makes it easy to call plays, start to settle in, everything looking good on offense.
And for quarterbacks, corner routes can sometimes be some of the harder throws to complete. So you can see this quarterback has really worked time and again in practice and throughout his career trying to perfect his accuracy on these difficult throws.
He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
Caught in the backfield, it's locked. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. Back to pass, it's Carr. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover.
We've just seen in this game the ball has just gotten away from him a little bit. A couple of times, just hasn't been able to put it where he wants to, and as a result, that's now his second pick thrown in this game.
Decent field position to start this drive from their own 33. They'll give it to the back. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
You just sense the frustration starting to build, not only on offense, but I think with this running back as well. He is so talented. He's had some massive games throughout his career. Just haven't been able to get him going early in this game. That was a pretty good run there. Let's see if he can turn it on here in the second half.
That's the end of the period, and USC has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. So the final period starts with a second down play. Leaves it with the back. Hard running there. To the 43-yard line and a first down for this offense.
Well, the defense didn't blitz. They didn't have everybody in gaps, and the offensive line took advantage at the point of attack, getting some push, opening up a hole, and the offense ripping off a nice run there.
He wants to take the top off. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Well, the defense is starting to figure it out, I think. It's taken them some time. This guy already has 2 touchdown catches. That time, though, they were in a better position in coverage to force the incompletion.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Rushes on him. Pulls it in. It's Crockett. At the 40, there he goes. Oh, a lot of space. Oh, he thought for sure he was going to be able to house that one, but a huge pickup all the way down to the 12. The Trojans are moving quickly down the field. Looking downfield, it's Mayava. Here comes the heat. And here's the pick, and oh, did they need that right now. Going the other way, and he's got room. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Notre Dame! And what a turn of events as this defense gets the pick six.
How fast did this game just change? Offense in the lead with the football looking great. Defense makes the big play. We've got ourselves a ball game now.
Looks like he's going to bring it out. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. This possession will be a test after squandering that long drive throwing a pick. Oh, he's got some space. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. This is the kind of performance, guys, that sort of etches your name in the lore of a rivalry.
And playing big in this big moment, on this big stage, it is so nice to have a playmaker like that you can highlight, that you can focus on, that you can trust in.
He was so excited coming into this game, too, because he knows that oftentimes your legacy as a player is defined by how you play in rivalry games like this.
And now he's in the 400 club, 400. That's a pretty good day at the office when you're putting up over 400 yards. This defense hadn't had a lot of answers.
To the air on first down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
Well, that looked like it was going to be a completion, but how about the defender making the hit, forcing the incompletion?
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Wants to throw again. Unloads to the wideout. Caught over the middle. It's Lemon. He'll work his way down to the 28.
This quarterback is such a playmaker, and his arm is what makes him so special. Could this be the game that sends him to New York City for the Heisman Trophy? He's now got over 450 passing yards.
Scanning the field, it's Mayama. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete. Now inside 4 minutes to go here on second down. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Finds a man on the right. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's first and goal from the 7.
And you got to love the versatility of the big fella. You put him in the box and let him block big defensive linemen, or you put him in the slot and you throw him the football and have success.
Looking to throw. Pressure coming. Knocked away, incomplete in the end zone. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Looking to fire. Trying to find the end zone. Touchdown Trojans. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And both sides of the ball late in the football game coming together. Defense forces the turnover. Offense punches it in. 2-possession lead in this fourth quarter.
And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. They're in a precarious spot here. That lofty perch in the rankings, hanging in the balance unless, and he throws another interception, his third one of the night. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. To the air, it's Mayama. Bringing the heat. Pass is incomplete, and by this stage of his career, you'd think a junior quarterback might take a little better care of the football. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring.
Sometimes as a quarterback, when you're feeling the rhythm and you're feeling yourself, you just want to keep taking shots, right? This guy's already thrown 3 touchdown passes. He saw a look he liked, decided to let her fly. Haven't seen a lot of balls falling complete, especially deep down the field. That one did, but I'd expect this guy to keep letting it go.
Enormous play coming right here. Third down, and this crowd is bringing down the house. He's looking to pass. Throws for the tight end. And the deflection by the defense. Great play on third down brings us to 4.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. 3rd and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. And he curls that thing just inside the left upright. Hold on just a second. A flag down. Let's see what's up with that. It is so hard to stop a drive. When you force a field goal, force the field goal. Don't give them another first down. He's going for the goal line. Touchdown, USC! And they take it in for 6 more points. With that last score, things comfortable here in the 4th as they are headed to a 7-1 record. Now they've got a little breathing room. They are in firm control of this game, guys, but you never want to let up in a rivalry game.
Because it only takes one play. We know how much of a factor momentum can be in these types of rivalry games, David, so this game's still far from over.
And this is where my leadership and my experience comes into play. When you got guys that have been through these fires, been through these rivalry games, you know the swings happen quick. Now you got to swing it back your way.
Here come the Irish back on offense. A very disappointing performance for the #1 team in the country. There will be a new team atop the rankings when they come out next. On the run, fires downfield. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
You want to know why this team is losing? Look no further than this statistic, guys. Their best receiver doesn't have a catch yet in this game. There they try to go his way again. The defense has...
He tries to take the top off. For the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. He managed...